Yes, my people, it's your boy VRD back at you with another Train Sim World 5 video. New video idea, new content idea, what I'm gonna do. So we're driving service 2 Yankees 75, the Stratford to Clapham Junction, from Stratford as far as up to Willesden Junction. What I'm actually gonna do is sort of take you guys through my little technique, like my little method that I use to actually learn routes that enables me to end up driving them HUD-Less, end up being able to drive them HUD-Less. Sorry, my, my grammar's all over the place. I'm gonna try not to waste too much time here. My frame rates are, oh my goodness. Yeah, Stratford is quite a densely populated area. Quite a lot of graphical assets are around here. So yeah, the frame rate is, the frame rate is definitely gonna take a bit of a beating. Unfortunately, should improve after we leave Stratford, however. Yeah, where was I? I was saying the route learning. So I'm just gonna take you guys through the techniques that I adopt to learn routes HUD-Less, more or less. Um got a 345 over there. I'm gonna be driving along the route with the HUD up, obviously, but I'm gonna be calling out reductions in the speed limits and braking points for the stations. Um Gonna be looking at various trackside landmarks and whatnot. You know how it is, man. And what that's gonna allow me to do is I'm more or less gonna be able to come back to this video at a later date with a piece of pen and paper, and I'm gonna write down everything that I've called out. So that way, next time I jump on jump on the game and drive the route in this direction, I can just refer to my notes, and I should, in theory, be able to drive the route HUD-Less because I've already noted all the important things that I need to look out for in terms of speed limit reductions and braking points for stations. I really do hope that made sense. Anyway, before we depart from Stratford here, if it doesn't make sense, it will make sense as we drive along. The frame rates are actually the frame rates are actually finished. Wow. Anyway, yeah, there's our thumbnail complete. Uh, I believe it's time to go. Let's is our the door buttons are still not working. Oh dear. I thought I was hallucinating yesterday, but no, no. Also, I take back what I said about the arrows, and I think I criticized the arrows not lighting up or something, something to do with that. But I've just had a look at this now, and that wasn't the case. Whatever I said yesterday about this, it was incorrect. Anyway, next station is Hackney Wick. I believe we are ready to depart. We do have a green signal, although I should have looked at that before. I did look at it subconsciously, but I didn't call it out. Right, go. As usual, just testing out the whole start button as we move off here. That 72 stock on the central line. Do you know what? Let me not go on about that. If you want to hear my opinion on that, then check out the first look video, which was the video that I uploaded before this, and then yeah. But yeah, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Speed limit departing Stratford is 20. Oh my goodness, that's a good start, isn't it? 15 miles an hour apparently. When I drove into Stratford yesterday, I do not recall the speed limit being 15. Whatever, if you say so. 15 going up to 20. I'm so lost. I have a feeling that the oh, I can't. I'm trying to think of how to explain it. I feel like that 15 limit is associated with the section of track that is alongside the platform. I think once we're clear of the platform, then the speed limit just raises to 20. That's probably something to do with how the developers got it set up. But I'll investigate that a bit further at some point. So speed limit is still 20, and it snakes around here. So again, we'll keep that in mind. Main aspect at this signal. gonna try pay attention to where the position. I think I was position 4, was it? Where the position 4 would take us. Okay, it takes us over there. I don't know where that leads to, but good to know. And then we've got the 40 limit commencing from here, and we've got a 25 limit just before the platform at Hackney Wick. So we will keep that in mind. Right, let's open it up a bit. The track conditions, the rollhead conditions, I should say, are slightly more favorable just doing the running brake test. So yeah, we don't need to worry about slowly notching it up. We can just whack the power handle right open. Right, so accelerate up to 40, do the running brake test, go underneath those bridges, slight left hand bend, signal. By that point, I'd probably be at 40 miles an hour. I didn't accelerate up to 40 just then, but I feel like I would be able to get up to 40. So yeah, that signal I'd say is a a, a good indication that we are coming up on the breaking point, or the breaking point. It could be the breaking point itself. Gonna have to do a bit more practice on that. And then obviously need to keep in mind that we have a 25 limit as we come into the platform, but we'd be slowing down because it's a station anyway. So yeah, that is a terrible approach. I think it's because I'm talking at the same time, like my brain's being split in half. Multitasking is not easy. In fact, the great Chesley Sullenberger, Captain Chesley Sullenberger, however you said his name, however you pronounce his name, he actually said that um I've lost my train of thought. Oh goodness. He said that multitasking is not real. What people actually think is multitasking is just a person jumping between two tasks very rapidly. So yeah, multitasking is not real, guys. There is no such thing as multitasking. Even a computer cannot multitask. A computer is jumping between two tasks very rapidly. This has no relevance whatsoever, but yeah. Right, upward gradient departing from Hackney Wick in the westbound direction. Speed limit's 25, going up to 45. What looks like at the end of this right hand bend. One in 94 gradient. Oh yeah, I remember now. I remember coming into here, going the other way. Yeah, it was a bit weird. Are those work people I should say. I think they're in a fixed position. It would be nice if it was a bit more random, but no, that would be too much to ask for because they were in that exact same location on the run that I did yesterday going the other way. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but again, it is a nice touch that to have them there in the first place. But come on, man. It's like on the Goblin line where you have the workers just outside of Barking Riverside Station. It's nice to see them, but having them there all the time, it just breaks the immersion a bit. Right, we are coming up on Homerton fast. Right hand bend, AWS magnet on the right hand bend, signal. Um, right, so you're braking for Homerton Station. It's more or less braking between the AWS. That scared the life out of me. Between the AWS magnet and the signal. So yeah, we'll note that down. You know when something just falls over in your room like randomly and like nothing's there's it's not windy in here or anything like that, but it still somehow falls over. Nothing's touched it. It's very creepy, I can't lie. Let's just have a sip of the coffee. We're 2 minutes late for some reason. Let's listen. Let's be a bit more aggressive with the driving. Now. We're not doing all this running late nonsense. That the first look yesterday was my chance to run late and not take it seriously. I'm taking it very seriously now. I need to make time back up. We're not doing this. Right, Hackney Central speed limit is 45, so I will open the throttle completely. Hackney Central is right around the corner, however. I feel like I just accidentally called it Hackney Wick. If I did do that, I apologise. Hackney Central is the next station. Right, reduction to 40 in 1.4 miles, so we'll worry about that slightly later on down the line. No pun intended. Oh, maybe that's where the saying actually comes from. I'm just deep in that now. That they're probably referring to a railway line. Right, I need to focus. So we had a signal left hand bend. It seems to be. I'm not gonna I'm gonna try not to identify patterns too early on because this is only the third station along the route. But there seems to be the platform starter signal, a signal between the platform starter signal and the next station, and then obviously the next station itself. So I'm gonna try to pay attention to that, see if that becomes a reoccurring theme because that is really helpful. Oh goodness, what on earth happened there? This guy's taking a selfie. Oh, it's nice to have the NPCs doing some random things rather than just having them all doing the same robotic nonsense. Um, his barber needs his barber needs jail time. I call it. What is that? What on earth is that? Oh goodness. Got a 710 going over the top there. I was saying something, but I can't remember what I said. Yeah, so there's the platform starter signal, then the signal after that, which seems to be the breaking point. Or that's been the case for the all of the stations that I've stopped at until now. So definitely keep an eye out for that pattern. Next station is Dalston Kingsland. Speed limit is still 45. Also, what route was that we just passed beneath with the 710 that went across? Was that was that Liverpool Street line, isn't it? The one that goes to Enfield. I'm assuming that's where it was. Believe it or not, in my head, in my head, I didn't say it out loud, thankfully, but I'm about to anyway. So, but yeah, in my head, I was about to say Great Eastern Mainland, which would have been the stupidest thing one could say. Because the Great Eastern Mainland passes through Stratford, and I should know that. Stratford is where we departed from our first station. I was too busy waffling and didn't pay attention to the breaking point, but I do remember there being a signal, and I applied the brakes not too long after passing that. So yeah, the signal seems to be a pretty solid breaking point, if I'm being honest. I'm also trying to remember the order of the stations. So Dalston Kingsland It was Hackney Central before this, Homerton, Hackney Wick, Stratford. After this, we got Canonbury, Highbury, and Islington, Caledonian Road, and Barnbury. And I don't know what's after that. We've got one of the Class 9 services coming up from along the Windrush line. Again, I would have loved to have seen the Windrush line in Trainsim World because it's local to me, of course, but no, too much to ask for, man. Way too much to ask for. Maybe in the future, maybe another time. Right, speed limit goes down to 40 just after the part in Dalston, Kingsland, so I will take note of that. I don't know why I'm lingering about in Power Notch 2 as well. It's like I have PTSD from all that wheel slip that was happening yesterday. Oh. And we are going uphill. The gradients are going to be a nightmare to learn. Oh yeah, this is that weird place with the dodgy turning radius on the track. Yeah, that is that is some serious whiplash for the passengers in the back. And this is one of those it's one of those trains with the is it longitudinal or transverse? I always get them confused. But the seats where everyone has to face each other, like in an underground train. I haven't been paying attention to the breaking point, have I? Did we pass a signal? This is going very badly, but yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna go back and watch this over, and then that's when I'll be writing my notes down. So yeah, I do believe there was a signal though. But then again, that that place with the ridiculous S bend, the ridiculous S bend was not too far before I actually put the brakes on, so we could use that as a point of reference as well. This is Canonbury Station, by the way. Canonbury Station, my people. I think, yeah, it is Canonbury. Next station is Highbury and Islington. Highbury and Islington free. Excuse me. Sorry if you guys heard that in the mic. Speed limit is also still 40 with a reduction down to 20 in 1.9 miles time. Signal spaces are quite short on this. Right, so we got a huge gantry there, even with a little banner repeater afterwards. And then that is a solid breaking point for Highbury and Islington. Although, if I'm being honest, it does seem like a bit of a line of sight thing coming along here on this stretch between Dalston, Kingsland, and Highbury and Islington. At least it's kind of it's almost a line of sight basis. Like you can see the platforms in the distance. These approaches are horrible. I need to be more aggressive on the approach. But like I said, it's because I am looking at the HUD. I'm trying to call out breaking points and all of that, so it is slightly difficult. But with practice, I will be able to approach the stations more aggressively. Over there is the terminating platforms for the Windrush line. From here, you can, I believe, you can. Is it is West Croydon and Crystal Palace? Is it New Cross as well, or do the New Cross services start from Dalston Junction? I can never remember. It's been about 8 years since I last travelled on there. Right. Next station is Caledonia Road and Barn. Is it Barnsbury or Barnbury? Barnsbury. And then yeah, I don't know what's after that. I think it might be Camden Road or something. I'm not too sure. It looks a bit weird under here. Does it look like that in real life? That is a strange structure that we just passed beneath. It's like I don't know whether it's called a bridge or a tunnel. Also, we've got a very strange island platform that would have definitely caught me out if I wasn't paying attention. Um, I don't even know what to use as the breaking point for that because there wasn't a signal there. I guess the set of points are a good indication that I'm coming up on it. Come on, stop board. Serious OCD right now. Come on, right in the middle. There we are. And it didn't even end up in the middle. So yeah, all that for nothing. Oh my life. Caledonia Road and Barnbury, Barnsbury. When's that 20 limit starting? 0.9 miles. There's really not a lot of speed changes on this. The speed limit's been 40 since just after Dalston Kingsland. It was 45 um 45 before that since just after, was it Homerton station? Homerton, no, Hackney Hackney Wick Hackney Wick station. Yeah, there's honestly not a lot of speed changes on this. Stop talking and drive. This is losing time. How late am I now? Hold on, did I get the name of the station right? Camden Road. I'm sure I said Camden Road. That is actually really impressive. I'm guessing that AWS warning horn was associated with the upcoming 20 limit. I mean, I didn't see anything. I didn't see no morph board. I didn't see a yellow signal, so that's a bit weird. Right, so where are we gonna get the brakes in for this 20 limit then? Right hand bend signal with position 1 junction thing. We're currently doing 40, so we need to scrape off 20 miles an hour, so we don't need to be too far away from it when we put the brakes on. What just happened? Oh my goodness, what was that? Anyway, so after that whiplash, that huge whiplash incident, you've got a signal, and then I'd say at the AWS magnet for that signal, that is the breaking point for this 20 limit. I don't think I don't think the speed limit going over there is meant to be 40. I can't lie. That's got to be an error. That's definitely an error. There's no way the speed limit for that is 40. If this was in real life, I don't even know if I'd still be in the driver's seat. I'd probably be on the, I'd be in the what do they call it nowadays? What's the politically correct name for that seat over there? I can never remember. Right, we got a position 4 junction indication. I don't know why. What is going on with the textures? Hold on. Oh, what's this? Oh, my game must be struggling. My PlayStation, sorry, my PlayStation must be dying right now. I really hope it doesn't crash. It's literally decided to wait. Let's have a look out here. Alright, out here's not too bad, except for no, yo, it's literally it's having to tame down some of the graphical textures. It must be really struggling right now. I'm surprised it hasn't crashed. Managed to get a bit of time back as well, which I'm quite pleased about. Right, next station is Kentish Town. We've got a downward gradient coming out of here. The gradients are completely different ball game. I'm Yeah, I feel like I'm only gonna be able to learn the gradients just as I with practice. Right, 20. And then we've got we had the position 4 junction indication, so we're swooping off to the right. I'm not sure where that leads to. What is that? What is down there? I'm gonna have to go on Google Maps, have a look at that. Right, speed limit goes up to 45, but Kentish Town Station is not too far beyond that, so we will keep that in mind. So there is the 45 board, waiting for the full length of our train to be clear of that, and I can literally see the platform of Kentish Town coming up. Right, so we're gonna bring it up to about 25. It's an upward gradient, so not heavy braking, is it? Do you mind? This is meant to be on silent. Why is this not on silent, man? But yeah. Yeah, we were on an upward gradient, so I didn't need that much. I didn't need any serious braking coming into here. Sorry about the rather sluggish approach. The crawl up to the stop board. I had a bit of a distraction there. There we are, perfect. What's the speed limit now? 45. Okay, cool. And then we've got a 20. Is that Gospel Oak Station next? That might be Gospel Oak Station. Gospel Oak, yes, I'm correct. Camden Road, Kentish Town, Gospel Oak. What's after Gospel Oak? Once we get past Gospel Oak, there's only about 3 or 4 stations until Walsden Junction. So yeah, this is a very short and easy route to learn, similar to the suffragette line. We are really struggling to accelerate. 1 in 95 upward gradient. It's too much for our little 378 to handle. Speeding, speeding, speeding. Alright, braking point for Gospel Oak and the 20 limit. Left hand bend. Literally just left hand bend. That's all I don't have anything else. Could we use that signal there? Maybe. Nah, that seems to be cutting it a bit too close. I think the left hand bend is a slightly more sensible braking point to use. Yeah, look at that. And another stupidly steep upward gradient coming into here, so my ability to judge the braking curve is going to be severely warped. But it does make it easier to stop accurately though, I'll tell you that. Right, let's see, what do we have in the bay? Oh, I can't even see. I was gonna try looking the bay platform. Hopefully there's a 710 in there this time, not a 378. But okay, no, that train's about to leave. Let's have a look in the bay platform. We'll get our doors closed in the meantime. I don't think there's anything there. I can't even see, man. Yeah, it's empty at the moment. Oh my goodness, I'm getting tired. Hampstead Heath will be the next station. We've got a 20 limit coming out of here, shortly increasing to 45. Yeah, 45 is the ruling speed limit along here on this route. Waiting for the full length of our train to be clear of the board. I'm going into notch 4. Okay, yeah, there we go. I was about to say I'm going into notch 4. If you're not clear yet, that's on you. I don't care. Hampstead Heath Station is not too far from here. So again, we got a signal. Yeah, these signals are pretty solid braking points, if I may say so myself. Oh, we're going uphill. That's the only problem. The brakes are overly effective when going uphill. It's very irritating. So that could honestly, if that's almost a line of sight approach, if I'm being honest. I think shortly after passing the signal. Like, look how quickly I'm coming up on the stop board. It looks like I'm gonna fly right past it, but nope. Let's have a proper stop this time. Okay, no. That wasn't my fault. That was me pressing the R1 button, but it's not. It didn't register because I pressed it too quickly. That was not my fault. If that had registered, then it would have been an accurate stop. I promise. I feel like I'm driving so terribly, so for me to be running only 1 minute late, that is definitely impressive. Right. I don't know what station's next. Finchley Road and Frognall. It's funny when you have you've got a station serving two locations. I find it funny when they do that. I don't know why. Right, we got a rather long tunnel that we're passing through. Pretty decent lighting in here. Like a lot of these railway tunnels they are I don't think this was intentional, but yeah, a lot of these railway tunnels are actually kind of it's almost like they look shiny. That's a bit of a weird way to describe it, but like if you've watched cab ride videos and stuff like that when they go through the railway tunnels, especially when the end of the tunnel comes into view, you the reflection of the light off the side of the tunnel makes it a bit shiny. With you the reflection of the headlights and whatnot. Um, I saw that it's not happening anymore, but further back along the tunnel, it was. Ooh, too much waffle, too much waffle, too much waffle. Kensal Green. Emergency brakes, emergency brakes, emergency brakes, emergency brakes. Yo, 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 yo. What station is that? Finchley Road and Frognall. It is, wasn't it? Right. Um, I'm not stopping there. We just have to. We have to keep it. Unless I can. Can I? Let's have a look at the. Let's have a bit of a play about with the my track. How long have I been recording for? 37 minutes. Okay, cool. View screen. Oh, okay. Oh no. Right, there we go. View screen. Settings. I'm trying to see if we have some selective door opening, but no, I don't think that is the case, unfortunately. Uh, yeah, even if I can't even see what that says, man. Let's try interact with it from here. Settings. Nah, no chance. Alright, sorry for anyone that was hoping to use that station, but yeah, it's not gonna happen, man. That's my fault. I was too busy talking about the the stupid the stupid thing that didn't need to be talked about, and I wasn't expecting the stations to just be at the end of the tunnel like that. Honestly, that caught me off guard. It's funny because I remember that in the other direction as well. Like you literally got a station on either side of the tunnel, but in the other direction the platform isn't isn't right at the end of the tunnel, but in this direction it is. So yeah. And then we've got, I don't even know what station this is. We'll find out when we stop. We're going downhill now. So that was Finchley Road and Frognall that we didn't stop at. I think this is Hampstead something. This is Hampstead something. Hampstead Heath, I think. West Hampstead. I was close. I was very close. Oh yeah, this is that where you've got the London Overground, Thameslink, and London Underground. It's three separate stations with the same name. Alright, so we're gonna have to open our doors, wait for it to, because it thinks we're still at Finchley Road and Frognall. We have to wait for the first loading sequence to unfold, close the doors and then reopen them. Very irritating. But that's my fault. That is my fault. So West Hampstead. I think there's one more station. I think there's one more station between here and Willesden Junction, but we'll soon find out. When I get to the end of the route, I'm gonna try see if I remember all of them in order. Bronsbury. Oh, okay, Bronsbury Park is after Bronsbury. Then I think it's Woolston Junction, but I might be wrong. Speed limit is still 45 as well. I think it's. I can't even. I can't even remember when it went up to 45. I haven't even been calling out the routes, the route landmarks or anything like that for a while. So we'll try to remain focused on that. West Hampstead wasn't too far beyond Finchley Road and Frognall. I feel like that's a line of sight thing. This definitely isn't a line of sight thing. So we're gonna try focus a bit here. I think we're gonna use the AWS magnet to be nice and safe. that stationary 378 is a massive help. Need to remember we're going downhill, so so we need to be nice and careful. Oh, for crying out loud, man! I promise you, I'm gonna conquer this route. Yeah, I mark my word, I'm conquering this route, cause this is atrocious. I'm embarrassing myself on big YouTube right now. You guys are probably thinking, what's happened to this guy? This guy fell off. I used to be, listen, me 2 years ago, yeah. Not 2 years ago. The channel didn't exist 2 years ago. Me, me this time last year, um, and 2023. That period of time, the last few months of 2023 when I first started the channel, I was an animal at this game. But now I've just fallen off severely, and I need to get my sharpness back. So I'm gonna do a bit of practicing on this route. I can't lie. It's a nice and short route, so it's not even like I need to invest too much time into it to become competent at driving on this. Anyway, um, so was the AWS magnet for Bronsbury? What are we gonna be using for Bronsbury Park? It's a bit tricky because even though we've got the signals as solid breaking points, like with some of the stations it's the AWS magnet for the signal that you want to be breaking at, and then with some of the stations it's the signal itself, and then with some of them it's just after the signal. So it's a bit tricky. But like I said, I can just go back and watch this over and just make a bit of notes. Brunswick Park, again, I wasn't paying attention, but it seemed, I think it was slightly after the signal. Oh, oh. This is awkward. This is extremely awkward. I think Woolston Junction is the next station, however. But yeah, shout out to the developers for having, like I said, having the a bit more variety with the animations of the NPCs and whatnot. Kensal Rise, and then I'm sure. Okay, I just want to get towards the junction. If you couldn't tell, so yeah. Right, what is the breaking point for Kensal Rise? Speed limit's been 45 for ages. I think it's been 45 since we departed from Gospel Oak, as a matter of fact. Right, we just passed the signal. Yeah, shortly after passing the signal, you want to get your brakes in for Kensal Rise. So not the signal, shortly after you pass it. for Kensal Rise. Right, perfect. Brake step 3, neutral, door release on the left. I remember when I used to always say that as well. Brake step 3, neutral, door release on the left. Testing the whole start button. One bar of me brake cylinder pressure. I used to call out everything. I don't do that anymore. That's all gone out the window. Oh man. Right, next and final station is indeed Willesden Junction. Willesden Junction, my people. Willesden Junction. We're going uphill, so I'm going to use the hill start button because I feel like doing at least one more thing that is slightly routine before we say goodbye. However, like I said before I do end the video, I'm gonna try say all the stations in order. I'm definitely gonna make a mistake, but I'll try my best. I'm very good at retaining information, so I might get it right. Alright, we got some speed limit reductions coming up, so let's be careful. We got the double yellow signal there with a whole load of with junction indications. We've got 2 378s part there. I don't know what they're doing. Right, so we've got our 35 limit. Absolutely no landmarks for that. Yeah, that that was actually quite tricky. I don't know how. I think that's just gonna have to be judging the distance from the signal. That after passing the signal, I'm just gonna have to count to count to 5 or something, which isn't unheard of. But there are quite a lot of times where you have to do stuff like that. 20 limit. So the single yellow signal, assuming you're doing 35, you could just break out the single yellow signal. You should be down for this 20 limit here, and then we just creep into Willesden Junction. Pretty simple approach, if I'm being honest. Right, I'm not gonna open the door straight away because I feel like if I do that, it's gonna kick me out of the train and all of that, and I'm not gonna be able to look at the cooling pattern. So I'm gonna stop, set the DRA and whatnot, and then I'm gonna do my little I don't even know what to call it, but let's make sure we don't accidentally roll through the red signal trying to look at the stop board. Anyway, brake step 3, neutral, DRA. Right, let's do this. Stratford. I know what it's called, I just can't remember it. Stratford, what is it called, man? Hackney Wick, Homerton, Hackney Central, Dalston Kingsland, Canonbury, Highbury and Islington, Caledonia Road and Barnbury. Ooh, it's getting scary now. Caledonia Road and Barnbury. Ooh, Camden Road. Camden Road. Yeah, I'm starting to panic now. What's after Camden Road? Finchley Road and Frognall. That's probably wrong. Oh, Finchley Road and Frognall, Kentish Town, Gospel Oak, Gospel Oak, Kensal Rise. No, 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 no. Gospel Oak. What is after Gospel Oak? There's something after Gospel Oak, then Braunsbury Park, then Kensal Rise, then Woolston Junction. Like, let's see what we got wrong. So I think the first, oh goodness, I think the first mistake I made was after, maybe after the Caledonian Road, Dalston Kings and Canterbury Highway, isn't it? Camden Road, Kentish, Kentish Town West. I did not notice the West. Okay, Camden Road, Kentish Town, Gospel Oak. No, I got that right. So that's all. That's all correct. Hampstead Heath. That was it. Hampstead Heath. Okay, cool. Finchley Road and Frognall. I was way off with that. I'm sure I said the Finchley Road with Frognall. I'm sure I said that before Gospel Oak. Anyway, we'll pretend that didn't happen. Um, West Hampstead, Braunsbury Park, Braunsbury, Kensal Rise. Okay, cool. A few mistakes, but you know what do you expect? What do you actually expect, man? Right. Let's call it quits here. Let's just get out. We embarrassed ourselves severely today, but you know it's all for a greater. I don't know what just happened there. What is this? Wow. Oh, look, it's a 377 stroke to. Oh, how cute. Um, it's the West Coast mainland there, by the way, if you didn't know. I love the AI. I can't lie, the AI is very, very on point. Have we removed our master key and everything? Yes, indeed, we have. Alright, get out. The textures. Oh my goodness, the textures. Wow. This must be an extremely demanding route. It's gonna need a bit of optimizing. If I'm being honest, because yeah, the fact that my textures are being tamed down like this, they must be. Yeah, I think it's too much for my console. I can't lie. But anyway, yeah, that concludes this little commentated drive. This little a little bit of a route learning video, but not too much. Just me getting a bit of a feel for the route and all of that. But yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Constructive feedback and criticism is more than welcome in the comment section below and is highly appreciated. And if you'd like to further support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. I will catch you guys in the next one, which will be in the other direction. Love.